Hello. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Can you guys hear me? If anyone's watching, to let me know. Because there was a bit of a delay, so before we start, I just needed to know if you guys can hear me just fine. Because there was a bit of a delay, so before we start, I just needed to know if you guys can hear me just fine. Hello, Yamato. There he goes. Hello, Yamato. Alexander. Who else? Kirby Fan 27. Godell. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys enjoy. This is a first. Just a reminder. This is not the. These are not the. This is not the shipbuilding stream for the ships that were on the vote. That will be coming at a later time. Today's is just a test or an experiment on how this will work. And hopefully it will run decently. But yeah, today's goal is to, try this stuff out and, just have a decent time. Anyways, so the creation we're going to be working on is a model, or at least a reconstruction of the steamer, the SS Robin. SS Robin was, I don't know much about the Robin. All I know is that the vessel was commissioned in the early 1900s, built, and it served as a goods vessel. Anyways, let me pull up the blueprints, and we'll start work on this. Anyways, how's you guys' days been? My morning's been pretty alright. I have not slept at all last night, so yeah. Alright. So what we are working on here is just the. I'm trying to get my space out here to get an idea on how everything's gonna work. Olympic's already been built. Alexander. I've got all main Olympic class ships built. But I don't have. Probably also spelled it wrong. Anyways, let's start this, shall we? So, we're gonna first work on an outline, and based on the layout, of course, there's a keel, and there's the bulkheads. Bulkheads and the hull layout are the first thing we're gonna work on. Now that stuff does take some time, so if I freeze, please, I do apologize if I sound shy or anything. It's just how I am. Alright. So we're gonna first work on the main compartment. The ship is like the cargo hold, or at least the main hold, is at least tall enough for. It's about. I'd say the average is about. How can I say this? I don't know. We're just gonna have to add a little bit of this. So this is the start of the first main bulkhead. Aquatine is not a pain. It's just a matter of getting the decent blueprints to get the boilers, uptakes, funnels. It's mainly machinery and getting the rooms. Not to mention, Aquatania's got a curvature to her design. So getting that kind of stuff it's not the easiest. Anyways, this will be the boiler. So I'm gonna work on the boiler first. The boiler is always important. It's the heaviest. It's one of the heaviest things on the ship. If not, it is the heaviest. It's the heaviest piece of machinery. Probably about heavier than the engine itself. So I'm gonna choose structural steel because it's heavier. Alex says, did I make footing sandbox? No. All I do is I just do help. I help with all I do is I did sound design, and I'm working on another secret feature that will be big with the game. But if you're wondering what I did with the game, is that I helped Gabriel with the inclusion of the steam whistle and the steam horn and the what else? Oh yeah, as an Easter egg, we added the tripod battle horn sound from War of the Worlds because we just simply thought it would be funny to include something to mess with people. Oh yeah, also I'm the asshole responsible for adding Sleeping Sun into one of the sinking themes of the game. Granted, we're not making money off of the game, so it's not much of a problem. It's more so just to mess with people and make people pull their hair out. Of course, the kids here, which they shouldn't even be here to begin with, they just, do their thing. Anyways, this is about the height of an average person. The room is about twice as tall, so there we go with that. This is the height we're working with here. And I'm going to add some grates for the hatch. Or what will be the hatch. Oh yeah, Nate Santos, you say we need more Cunard ships. Well, I got a decent number of Cunard liners. Not a decent number, but I've worked on a couple of Cunard liners that are already they're already finished. And the next one I plan on working is maybe the Queen Mary. Queen Mary's a very interesting ship. She's traditional, but she managed to compete. She managed to do decently well with the newer liners that were coming out at the time of the Mary. Because by then, when the Queen Mary was done, Normandy was the Normandy was already out, and it was doing success. And the I've lost my words already. That happens a lot. I always tend to forget what I'm saying. But yeah, you guys get the idea. To be honest, I didn't expect this to be this active. Hello, Dark Dragon, and Contasla. This is Bernardo, if that's the name. Sorry, I butchered it. Anyways, this boiler is our top priority. Make sure I'm using the structural steel. What I'm seeing here is that she uses a single-ended boiler, a Scotch single-ended double furnace, I believe, boiler. Pretty big for a boiler, though, to be honest. From what I'm looking at, the Robin's funnel is also pretty dang tiny. I'm also going to leave room for a vent, because there's a set of vents just forward of the funnel. Alright, got the color wrong. Right here. Alright. Got that. I'll put some spaces here. I'll put some spots here. This will provide some additional weight to the boiler. Oh yeah, I kind of saw the Titanic model. Yeah, you have to change the densities. That's something that everyone here forgets, is that the game has density settings. You can change the density of the water, which means that you can change the way certain materials float. For instance, if you make a steel-hulled ship, you can change the density settings depending on how big the metal box or hull is. If you put it on a low density, the thing's gonna just sink to the bottom. But if you put it on a higher density, it's gonna float. It's gonna stay afloat. Or you can make it higher. Alrighty, so this is done. And the boiler outline is done. Now we need to make the engine, or the steam engine. And based on the looks of the blueprints, she uses a 2-cylinder compound engine, or at least what looks to be a compound engine. Do let me know if you guys enjoy this so far, because this is pretty much what's gonna be like when I work on the United States, or the SS United States, I should say. That's not supposed to be there. The ship is also double hulled. This is pretty important if you want your ship to stay afloat. Alright. There is a floating Sandbox Discord server. As Alec, we get it. You want attention, and you want Aquitania to be built. Well, guess what? I don't have the time to build Aquitania at the moment, so you're gonna have to wait for another day. When that happens, I can't just magically whip up ships within a day or two, unless I have the blueprints, or the proper blueprints to be precise. And that dude's spamming, so we're gonna just mute the dude. Using timeout for about 300 seconds because there's no one around to help me out with the moderation. I'm sorry if I how can I say this? If I'm acting a little harsh. I mean, I don't mean to be harsh at all. Or, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to keep things in order. That's nice and neat. There was some debate, contest that when Titanic went down, her last song may or have not been Near My God to Thee. Because there's some debates on whether or not it was either that or Song d'Automne, which is a waltz. And it's a very good waltz. I got shivers. I would try that, but we probably get I don't know, something that's not supposed to happen would happen. Just saying. Okay, so this will be a cabin here. Or what looks to be a cabin. It's also pretty high up, so I'm gonna move this platform about one up right there. Hello, Radhika. Oh, this is Arkstar. Hello, Arkstar. Didn't realize it was you. Oh, that sounds sweet there. Gonna work on the so-called fantail of the of this ship. So while I was looking up the this particular ship, she is preserved as a museum ship. However, she only has a what was it? Dang it, I already forgot. Oh yeah, the ship's preserved as a museum ship. She's sitting on a barge, to my knowledge, but she's supposed to be like a art exhibit. But all the reviews is a all of the reviews that the ship has is like a 1-star rating, which is interesting. So I wonder what went wrong there. I'll work on this section here now. Nate, what do you mean, BSOS? Britannic SOS? You talking about the Roblox game? I don't think I've tried it. Contesla, I'm working on a model of the SS Robin. It's a preserved tramp steamer. Gonna move this back some. Alright, so that's a basic outline of it. Gonna work on this. Probably gonna cut it down a bit. And she's got a very sharp bow. That ought to do it right there. Okay, what else can be incorporated? Actually, I think I made a mistake. I'm gonna raise this up one. Contest there was also faster sinking ships, or sunken ships. Ever heard of the AHS Centaur? She was an Australian hospital ship that sunk in World War II. And what had happened is that she was sailing to Sydney Harbor, and while she was on her way to drop off some wounded soldiers, a Japanese submarine had appeared and fired a torpedo at the Centaur, and the torpedo ended up hitting the Centaur's port side fuel tank, and when that happened, all the oil that was sitting in the hold ended up catching on fire, and the Centaur immediately became like a raging inferno, and the Centaur sunk within a time span of around what was it? Centaur sunk in around 5 minutes. Granted, she had a smaller amount of life aboard, but that doesn't stop it from being a true wartime tragedy. It's the SS Atlantic. SS Atlantic was also a tragedy. It was the worst maritime disaster before the Titanic. Well, I take that back. It was the worst disaster that's ever hit the White Star Line before Titanic came around. That's the best I can say about the Atlantic. I'm not as I know of the Atlantic, I know the story, but I don't know how to explain it without making myself sound like a idiot. Ooh, that ain't good. I'm going to rework that boiler. I use structural steel instead of okay, yeah, I'm gonna use iron hull. Yep, Sultania was also equally as bad. If I'm not mistaken, the wreck of the Sultania was found, but because she was a paddle steamer that was on the river, by the time her remains drifted onto shore, the river, of course, changed course as the years went by, and the Sultania. The Sultania's remains were discovered by archaeologists. It was either a soybean farm or a rice field farm. I do not remember. What up, sinking simulator? Alright, so there's the boiler. Now we gotta work on the engine. The good old fashioned steam engine right here. Of course, gotta work on the bed plate that the engine will sit on. And I've gotta work on some cylinders. And this is a pretty basic ship. It's not the best thing I've worked on, but I mean, it's a start. Gonna leave some spaces open right here for the double hull. Okay, so yeah, we got a total of 4 people watching at the moment. I'm gonna put a shaft right there. Okay, see there's a prop shaft in that vicinity. Okay, Yamato's asked an interesting question, and he says, how do I think the Edmund Fitzgerald sunk? Personally, I know there's some criticism on just how she sunk, because there's reports that she was listing to one side long before she had went down. My guess with the listing is that she probably had just ballast tanks that were not properly filled with water. Of course, that's a ridiculous explanation, but my theory on how I think the Fitzgeralds sunk. Of course, water's already crashing over the bow and all that sort of stuff. And based on the evidence we have today on the wreck site, it looks like the bows suffered quite a bit when it went down, because there's dents all in the front. What else? Yeah. Of course, the Fitzgerald was carrying a full load of iron ore pellets, or taconite pellets, if that's how you call it. And those pellets already weighed the ship down by quite a bit. And if you pay attention to bulk carriers, you'll see that their hull is pretty low to the water. The main deck is pretty close to the water, so all those waves that Lake Superior produces during these storms is it only makes it easier for the waves to come up and over the ship. Of course, the ship's not designed for that kind of stuff. I mean, it is designed for that kind of stuff, but with the storm of Superior at that time, it was just not what was expected, I'd say. And when that happened, everything just went to shit, I guess you could say. And what else? The bow ends up filling up with water as waves roll over it. I sort of believe it's kind of like the Derbyshire incident, because Derbyshire suffered a similar fate. However, it was not with however, her reasoning was because of vents not allowing water in. But with Fitzgerald, I believe its vents were also open. Which, that's not making any sense, because I'm saying stuff that I said that didn't happen, but yet happening. I don't know. I can't really think of this on the top of my head. But I believe, like, anyways, as I was saying, water's flooding into the forward end of the Fitzgerald. And of course, all this water is already adding to the weight that the taconite pellets are putting on the bow, the hull, I mean. And all of that weight ends up causing the bow to just slope forward, and it just slides down instantly and drops like a rock. And the force that was given, of course, the lake was shallower than the ship's length. So by the time she had hit the bottom, her stern was still up in the air. But due to the waves and all that weight in the middle, she ended up splitting into two. All the pellets ended up sliding out of the hole that's in the front of the stern that is now severed from the rest of the ship. And all those pellets end up spilling all over the place and also destroying bits of mangled steel hull plating. And all that eventually happened. And when that weight gave away, the stern pops up like a cork and bobs for a bit. And due to the bow not being there, the stern had completely lost its buoyancy and was also upside down. Or it was sort of like rolled over onto one side. And with the ship's massive funnel, all that water ended up shooting into the engine room and all that. Not to mention, she had a very low promenade deck. And that ended up increasing the flooding of the Fitzgerald. And of course, there's no power left in the stern, so all power is lost. There's no radio communication. Everyone's already shooken up and unable to get out. And the stern goes down and ends up landing upside down, only a few meters from the remains of the bow. You get what I mean? There's only so much that can be guessed on what happened. But again, that's what happens when you name your ship the Titanic of the Great Lakes. Alright, so that's done. Let's work on the black bit of the hull. closing up all these holes, that way I don't lose track of anything. Sure, Yamato. I would be down for some extra details or discussion if I'm home later. I'll be going to my mom's house later today. At least I think. I don't know if I'll be back though. I'm gonna place these here for now. Place that there for as a placeholder. I'm gonna raise this up one. This whole little deck right here. I'm gonna move this down some. By the way, what do you guys think of these streams so far? Is it decent? Gonna outline this bit right here. Hey, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you were enjoying it. Something I'm really noticing right now is that this ship has a very tiny rudder. Contessula, personally, I kind of believe the Mengot theory, which is how the keel buckled upwards and just caused the ship to not break into two, but actually break into three. And I believe that the keel folded up inside the like in between the third and fourth funnel, and I believe that when that occurred, the engines, boilers, all that got pushed up through the upper decks and the hull. Of course, that's not going to do anything to the hull, but I mean, of course, the hull itself is already dealing with enough strain as it is, so the sides end up buckling outward as the keel is buckling inward, and of course, when that happens, that's all going to fail, and it's going to break all the way up to the lower superstructure. Of course, the superstructure is not going to do anything because it's not built to hold the hull together, so it also snaps. And with the damaged section already being loosened up to the point where it can split apart any second now, the affected areas around the third funnel end up giving away. And so the bow swings down, pulls everything down with it. Almost, I'd say. And of course, with the lack of stability, without a bow, the stern rolls over to one side. You get the idea. Yeah, she breaks into three main sections, but the middle section breaks into two smaller sections. So yeah, four sections. So you get the third funnel deck house debris, and you got the fourth funnel tower debris, and that all just shatters away and goes down beneath the waves. And of course, all that's separations happening below the water line, so people can't really see this. All they know that stern's starting to roll over to one side and going up, and eventually it slides down into the abyss. To be honest, the debates on how Titanic sunk are, I don't know how to say it. It's not. It's kind of toxic in my opinion, because every time someone tries to talk about their theory, they get pushed down for it, and almost like pushed out of the group and stuff. And called an idiot when it's only a theory, but people take it too literally. It's not meant to be taken as fact. Alright, so there's that. Let's continue working on the this deck house stuff. Just gonna lower this by 1. Actually, no, that would look pretty weird. You gotta remember, this is pitch black. No one could see this stuff tumbling out. All I saw was a black silhouette. They weren't. Of course, there was emergency lights that were on. But that's only after the breakup. They can't. All these emergency lights aren't in the section that's open to the elements. Because that's black, and in some cases it's turned away from the folks that are in the lifeboats, and they don't see what's going on. All they see is that the ship's rolling over to one side and disappearing below the waves. I can already feel my hands going numb. Yeah, there were survivors that said that that appeared that the ship broke. But they can't make out certain pieces of debris that are falling out of the huge, massive hole that just appeared between both bow and stern. Because that stuff appears small from a distance. Okay, so there's that. Now we just gotta put the mast in place. Because she did have mast to sail around. Okay, so for structural steel, yeah, no, we're gonna use structural iron. represent the poles that are holding the mast in place. Same for what is going on in this funnel uptake and boiler and engine. So there is that. I'm going to open up a couple of openings here. And there's that. So we've got the prop shaft, and we've got the outlines for the bulkheads. And I think I'm going to add an additional bulkhead right here at the front, because it feels necessary. So a bit of a couple of crash bars out there. Oh, and also here's the little weighted area for that to sit there. And now we just get the hull, the black hull bits. So there's steel hull. Let's get a black color right here. This will do. Gonna color in all of what I'm seeing right here. Usually I would put some music on, but with how YouTube copyright goes out, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I'm gonna put that there, there. So now you have an idea of an opening. She is almost done. The more I look at her. I mean, technically, she's almost done. Got a color in this bit, then add the vents. Hopefully we're still going. Yeah, we're still going, apparently. Okay, what else was I doing? Alright, we gotta work on the funnel and the deck house. I'm gonna work on the deck house first. So we will color that in with steel. Then some steel hull covering. Okay, there's that. Actually, I'm gonna change the color of it real quick. I know, wrong section. Alright, so there's that. The ship has a very basic looking design. So I'm gonna put some covers around here. And a cover there. And now we put up the funnel. Now, unlike a normal ship you would see, like that are out at sea, sometimes their funnels are tilted back a bit. But with the Robin's case, since she wasn't really going that far out, her funnel is more straight, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's this vent right here that is now available. Just bring it up a bit. There we go with that. No, I am not Brazilian. I'm American. Oh wait, no, you're. Oh, never mind. That wasn't for me. Should probably find some structural iron. Alright, structural steel. And there we go. I'm gonna put some windows right here. Everyone's gotta start somewhere. Romanov. So it's easily understandable if yours isn't that good. I'm surprised with how fast the chat died because I keep cutting in and out. It's kind of funny. Alright, what else do I add? I'm gonna bring down this whole strip of white here. Just once. So it gives the ship some depth. Oh yeah, I should also say we got a Discord server. I have my own official Discord server. I have my own official Discord server. There we go. I got that out of my mouth. I have my own official Discord server. I can post a link later. Actually, no, I can post a link right now. Let me get it. Edit the invite link. I'll put it in here. Here is the Discord link if any of you guys are interested in joining. she is almost done. Just so you guys know. There we go, there's that. That little boom right there. The ship's got sails, but I'm not gonna put the sails on. What else? Oh yeah, I need to add this steel bit right here. We are almost done. Now we just need to add the little nameplate that the ship has. So that'll be the nameplate. I should have to little close. Alright, there we go. That ought to work. Nope, wrong paint. Now add the propeller. Put that there. Add the ropes. Let me find the ropes. It's somewhere here. I might do the nomadic. I don't know if I don't know when I'll get to it. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. What do you mean I don't make boats? I'm making a boat right now. I swear to me, guys, act like you're on drugs. No, it's not the traffic, it's the SS Robin. It's a, another type of ship. I'd say that she is just about done. I don't know how else she'll perform. Stand up for a bit. Oh. Back hurts. But yeah, she is pretty much done. We got the propeller, check. A deck house, check. Funnel, check. Pretty much everything's done. Tips. Yeah, if you're gonna make ships, be sure to try to make your proportions correct, and do go by a measurement, and also do add compartments if you don't want it to sink instantly. Because a lot of people that make ships, they make them hollow, and it's not as enjoyable to watch if there's no compartments. But the closest thing people often do when they make these when they make ships is that they don't add and they'll add bulkheads, but they don't add like rooms and stuff. Of course, that's hard to do with some ships that people want to create, because some of them don't have public deck plans to go off of. But yeah. Also, for proper balance, I would use the structural steel and iron for machinery spaces, so that we get that proper placement of weight. And we're also going to work on a double bottom with steel. There she is. Gonna place that double bottom keel right about there. And now all I need to do is just grab this. Okay, gonna click cut, new, don't save, paste, and now we just shrink down all this white space here, so the ship doesn't spawn in the sky if you place it in the game. So there's that. Click on file, save as. Gonna put it in my flash drive. I'm gonna name it the SS Robin. Okay, hit save. And now, this should be in the game now. It should load up in the game now. So, let me test that out. Boot up Floating Sandbox. I'm gonna check for the game to load. Alright, so you guys should be able to see it on your screen. See the game on your screen. Wait, let me change this out. Okay, so you guys should be able to see my screen now. So, there's that. And now I'm gonna load up the thing. Let's search for... Yeah, there it is, the SS Robin. And there she is. A little heavy though. So I need to add some counterweights, but let me empty. Actually, no. Let me fix something. It's gonna be paused on your end, for you guys that are watching. But I need to fix something here. I'm gonna add a counterweight near the front. Hit save. And here is the SS Robin, or at least a somewhat operating version of the Robin. Now I'm probably on an even keel, but you know, there's only so much I can do. Yeah, pretty basic. I like how it turned out. While we have 7 people in on the server right now, on the stream right now, I do have a Discord that you guys can join. I'm pretty active on it. I'll be in the VC every once in a while, and yeah. I know that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, yeah, I've got the Discord invite pinned, so people could hop in. I guess while we have people in here, I could show you guys the other ships I've created. Now, for those of you who aren't on the Floating Sandbox Discord server and don't really look around on those servers, wait, Diamond King 103 asked, can you add something so you can put 2 ships in a simulation at once and they can collide? Collision is in the works. I'm not in charge of that though. That's Gabriel's stuff that he works on. Like I said before, I'm only a sound designer for the game, and I'm do. I'll just say sprite work and some optionals. But yeah, it's planned. But yeah, I can showcase some creations that have not been showcased on the channel before. I mean, here's the California, the SS California, the ship that was sitting out in the distance near the Titanic to pick up survivors, but never did. It was just silent the entire way. I really like how it came out. I got the nameplate, mast. No, Gabriel is a guy. He's a father. Now I couldn't make the funnel pink, like the real thing. So this is the best I could do to get it accurate of the Californian. What else? Oh yeah, I have worked on Lusitania and Mauritania, which some of you guys may have seen the Lusitania video that came out a couple weeks ago. But there is other models of the Mauritania that I have saved that you guys didn't see. Let me find those. Okay, here's the Mauritania in her 1900s cruise livery. Yeah, this is the 1930s cruise livery of the Mauritania. Some folks call it the birthday cake livery, but I personally like this white hull and superstructure and the green anti-fouling and the orangish funnels. Oh, the boats work in the game. You're just not loading them properly. You just gotta change the settings to get them working. What else do I have? Hey, here's the HMHS Mauritania. Because during World War I, Mauritania served as a hospital ship. Hello, Casboni. Welcome to the stream. We're about to round it up, but I'm just showcasing some models. But yeah, here's HMHS Mauritania. These will be shown. These will be posted on my Discord server later today, hopefully, and you guys can download them and try them out. What else do I have? That I have not showcased. Here is the MV. Wait. Yeah. Here's the MV Georgic. One of White Star Line's only two diesel-powered ocean liners. Georgic was a second of the two. But yeah, I like how this came out. The blueprints did exactly what they're supposed to, and they helped me map out the entire ship. What else can I showcase? Ah, yes, here's the Britannic and her White Star Line livery as intended. We got the gantry davits, the famous yellow stripe that went across the hull. There's a forward gantry davits. Overall, I'm just glad on how these models turned out. Yeah, like I said before, these models will be posted on the on the Discord server later. Oh yes, here is the another ship I worked on a while back. It's pretty old. I call it the SS Colossus. This is basically my biggest ship I've ever created, really. Yeah, pretty basic. But it gets the job done. If you have a stable computer, you can run this, but for those of you with weaker computers, you guys cannot run this, sadly. Oh, yeah, also, when I made that Lusitania video, there was also I was told that the funnels on the Lusitania were not actually dark gray with black tops. I have accidentally screwed that up. But after that, I fixed the models up, and so now we have the proper Lusitania with black funnels as intended. So here's that model from the video. Just color corrected. But yeah, there's that. I guess I can go back and look at some models. What is there? Oh yeah, here's this. I've never showcased it, but it's just a ship I worked on at school last year when I was bored. I call it the SS Ass, but it's supposed to be called the Assistant, and the idea is that the ship stayed in service for so long that it's also been poorly maintained, and the idea is that she's been sitting around for so long that her nameplate's given away, and so instead of saying HMS Assistant, it was renamed to the SS Ass, and it's very crappy. Alright. Bye, Ramanov. It was nice having you here. You have a nice day. But yeah, the Assistant, which by the way, it also sings pretty decently. I'm gonna sync it. There we go. There goes the Assistant. Down to the bottom. The SS Wyoming? I'll think about it. If I can find blueprints of it, I can build the Wyoming. Yeah, the Assistant's not the most stable ship. It's very heavy. What else can I show you guys? Here's the SS Great Britain I worked on a few months ago. I like how this model came out. The blueprints were pretty simple. Let's just make a boiler explosion. And just put another explosion for the hell of it. Alright, here's an unused here is an unused version of Near My God to Thee that was never put into the game that I have in my files. Yes, it is the Horbury version. It never got added because Gabriel thought it was Gabriel thought it was just there was more than enough near my God to Thee songs, and he thought that this one players wouldn't be able to tell the difference or wouldn't recognize, so it was never put into the game. Yeah, that was the unused Horbury near my God to Thee that never got added to the game. Anyways, I think I'm probably gonna end this stream off here, but I'm gonna let this ship sink. I'll let you guys watch it just go down. We're just gonna play this. Oh, I think that's about all we're gonna do today. I will be sure to I think I would say this was a good stream. It was somewhat active. We got people who came in to chat and give their opinions. Um, Granted, I didn't talk much, sadly. But other than that, I had fun doing this. It was definitely it's something I'll do again. I'll just say. Um, and also I'll reveal the winner of the votes that were held in the community section, and the next ship that will be worked on will be the SS United States. So whenever I get around to that, we will be building the SS United States on a live stream, and that'll be pretty fun to work on. For second place, which will be out for as a video by itself, I will be building the RMS Queen Mary. And that'll be a video, not a live stream. Anyways, I had fun. You guys have a good Sunday, and I will see you guys in the future.